Hello, sir. Good morning. I'm good. Yes, but your voice is little not loud enough. So could you please check it? Still, it is very less. Uh, Again, very less. Please check. Yeah, it would be better.
Hi, Meenakshi.
Hello,
Can you
sir.
hear me good? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear you.
Okay, it's better?
Yes, it's better.
Okay.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live session. So this is our fifth live session of Sustaina Greens. So I'm Meenakshi, founder of Sustaina Greens, a green tech consulting firm. We are based in Vadodara, Gujarat, and I welcome you all for today's session on World Energy Conservation Day. And we are going to discuss on the topic of sustainable energy, the past, present, and future. So we have Karthik to share valuable insights on this topic. He is presently working in Austin Elements as a director of Environment, Health and Safety Department. The company is located in Houston, Texas, USA. The company provides recharging solutions for the lithium ion based battery supply chain through sustainable recycling. So he's having more than 15 years of international research experience in environmental microbiology and biotechnology. He has published more than 70 research and review articles in Scopus Index journals, 4 books, 12 chapters, and 4 editorials. So I hope you are knowing about his research interest and the knowledge which is wide spread through various topics, including microbial engineering, omics for process understanding, greenhouse gas fermentation into valuable products, waste biorefinery, bioreactor engineering, and bioleaching of metals, and many more. So, with this brief introduction, I hope you got a glimpse of his expertise. So, our talk on World Energy Conservation Day will be focused on the critical role we play in shaping the future of our planet. The choices which we make today will echo through time, impacting generations to come. Because energy conservation is not merely a choice, it is a responsibility we owe to our planet and its inhabitants. We have already witnessed unprecedented challenges from climate change to resource depletion, and it is our duty to take a stand. As we navigate this era of rapid industrialization and technological advancement, we must simultaneously embrace a commitment to sustainability. So, without taking much time, I would like to start this conversation with Obuli Karthik sir. First of all, welcome to our channel, and I hope our dialogue will leave people to think about sustainable energy. So, my first question to you is that you had a very rich research experience where you have served at multiple organizations and institutes. Also, you have received many prestigious scholarships and grants from reputed government bodies in India and Australia. I request you to throw some light on your research journey and how it led you to become interested in the field of sustainable energy.
Yeah.
Over to you, sir.
Good morning, Meenakshi. Thank you for this opportunity, and I'm glad to be in front of the community and talking about this special topic on the special day, which is World Energy Conservation Day. So, thanks for inviting me and having me here. So, to over to your question. So, I started my journey back in India from a small town called Salem, which is 350 miles from Chennai. And I started my studies, bachelor's in microbiology. So when I was completing my studies, I my mentors, my professors, they were they were suggesting to take some research because of my interest and curiosity on learning new things and bringing new things to the table. So then I started exploring my opportunities, and then I did my master's in environmental sciences. During my master's, I got an interest and I got a chance to work in Central Leather Research Institute, which is CSAR Institute in Chennai. So that's where I really got in very much interested in doing research on sustainable energy because my first project was on waste to energy conversion. So I worked on anaerobic digestion, two-stage digestion, where hydrogen production was the first part, and then followed by hydrogen production. The second phase was methane production from the animal waste, mainly the waste which is going to the landfills or to the drain. So the CLRI is known for leather manufacturing and leather research, but they do have environmental biotechnology division where they do a lot of innovations and they brought a lot of technology to the market. So that's how I was really interested. Okay, I have to be in research and I have to bring some technology to change this world, especially on the energy sector, because we know that we talk about the green energy and renewable energy all the time, but it is very hard to bring it into the market because uh, there is a the challenge of bringing the sustainable or renewable energy technologies to the market because it can't meet the current energy demand. So there is a lot of energy demand which the world is facing. So the question is whether this renewable energy or sustainable energy is going to bring or meet this energy demand is what the real challenge. But I'm seeing a lot of change, and even if you see my interest, I show like past, present, and future. Of course, the past nobody talked about or thought about sustainable energy or renewable energy or energy conservation, but present at present we are talking about energy conservation and sustainable energy, and the future will be more on sustainable energy. So there is a shift that I can see from past and present and future. That in the past we were mainly relying on fossil energy, and now we are having 50-50 debate on fossil and renewable energy. And future definitely it's going to be renewable and sustainable energy. So I can see the clear trend. And so my PhD was also on renewable energy production from landfill waste. So throughout my research and my postdoctoral research in abroad, mainly in Australia and also in United States, mainly my research was focusing on optimizing and bringing new technology, sustainable energy technologies to the market. So that's how my research journey was started from a small town. Right now, I'm in US. So with sustained interest on the sustainable energy topics. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience. And I hope this will enlighten many of our audience who are presently pursuing the research work on energy conservation, and they might find solutions that should harmonize with the nature. So, talking about energy, this is the energy which is the lifeblood of progress, but we find ourselves at a crossroads. The way we generate and consume energy must evolve, and conservation must become a cornerstone of our collective consciousness. So, regarding this, I would like to know your point of view on sustainable energy and its importance in today's world.
Yeah, as I said before, I can see the clear trend of moving from fossil energy to sustainable energy or green energy technologies around the world. And this all happened because of the Paris Agreement in 2015. So collectively, all the nations are agreed to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. So when we talk about the sustainable energy, or why we focusing more on sustainable energy and energy conservation, is because we wanted to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions and bringing the global temperature to less than 1.5 degrees Celsius than what it was before, and bringing the temperature um, close to 1990s temperature range. So that's the goal that we set. It was really hard goal to achieve, and it is a collective measure. Everyone wanted to um, give their contribution, which is not only me or you, or it's everyone in this world has to realize that and contribute for achieving that set goal. So in terms of sustainable energy, until 2000, it was really on energy savings and green energy productions mainly, and then later on they've included the socioeconomic aspects and environmental aspects in it. So that's where the more momentum or strength uh, was given to this concept called sustainable energy development. Until that, it was just focusing on alternative energy, or reducing the energy utilization. So, but when the socioeconomic aspects and the greenhouse gas emission environmental aspects were included, that's where the real takeoff for this sustainable energy projects and goals were um, reaching the different parts of the world, and different people are talking about it. Even today, we are talking about it. And in terms of energy conservation, it's go hand in hand with energy production, um, because if we want to achieve the goal as said in Paris Agreement, it is not just only going towards green energy technologies, but also we have some technologies that are very energy intensive. So how we can reduce those energy intensive processes, or equipments or industrial operations, is also is another side of the coin that everyone is focusing on. So both of these go hand in hand. So then only we can able to achieve what we set in a Paris Agreement.
So I am really glad to know and hear your answer in detailed way. And in fact, if I talk about very small actions like turning off lights when not in use, investing in energy efficient technologies or equipments, or also advocating for policies that promote sustainability, each one of us has the capability to make a difference. So this aggregate our choices, what we choose, can create a ripple effect, transforming our communities and inspiring the global change. So,
Yeah,
thank you so much for your detailed answer. Now, moving to my next question, what are the major challenges we face in the widespread adoption of sustainable energy sources?
so it's mainly the economic factor, because the cost of sustainable or green energy productions, or very um, very high compared to the fossil fuel based systems, because most of our infrastructures and facilities or technologies or in developed in terms of fossil fuel utilization. Um, of course, the coal-based energy production systems or technically or in terms of environmental uh, friendly technology than oil-based or any other fossil fuel like nuclear-based systems. But there is always debate. Some people always think that the nuclear-based system is more cleaner than coal-based. So it's always a debate that's going on, but I don't want to get into that. But when we look into the green energy technologies, the infrastructure cost or the commercialization cost are very high. That's one of the clear bottleneck for bringing this technology to the reality. But I see a lot of government policies and the private initiatives changing this this adaptation or changing this bottleneck. But there will be more of the um, more of the the skilled labors on these green energy technologies are lacking. That's another big challenge that the world is facing. Even though we talk about the sustainable energy and green energy, the kind of human resources available to work on this and commercial when we have the large scale operation, it's really challenging. So I think these are the two challenges that we need to address immediately if we wanted to bring or adapt this technology in full-fledged way.
So I completely agree with your opinion. Also, I would like to add that we cannot ignore the significance of education and awareness. Knowledge is a catalyst for change, and by empowering ourselves and others with the information, we can foster a culture of responsibility. Through education, we can cultivate a generation of leaders who prioritize sustainability in their decision making process. So, taking it forward, I would like to ask you how using sustainable energy contributes to reducing environmental impact, and are there any potential negative environmental consequences associated with certain renewable technologies?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, as I said before, there is always a debate. Some people still argue that the renewable energy technology is not 100% cleaner. Still, it has to use some amount of fossil energy, um, and also at the stage of deployment or at the stage of operation or at the stage of transportation, whatever it is. But uh, but definitely the renewable energy technologies are more cleaner and greener, which is having less environmental impacts. Which means mainly when we talk about the environmental impacts, we talk about the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions from the whole process cycle or life cycle. But still, if you look into the um, if you look into the energy savings, like when we talk about energy savings, people also link that to the GDP of the country. So, and also as I said before, it's also related to the socioeconomic part of the any specific community. So when you talk about all these things, so we just not only focusing on greenhouse gas emissions. When we talk about the environmental impact, it's also associated with socioeconomics and um, and the energy poverty of the specific community, so that we have to consider collectively when we talk about the energy and environmental impact of the sustainable energy. So negative environmental consequences, I don't think there is any negative environmental consequences. But when you think about biomass to energy conversion, yes, there may be some negative environmental impacts. For example, if you think of converting the forest biomass to the fuel, then that's going to be having a negative impact on reducing the forest cover and everything. So I think that is the only negative environmental impacts on. biomass to energy conversion technologies that I can think of. Otherwise, most of the renewable technologies like wind, solar, all of these are cleaner and greener, more green, cleaner and greener, and sustainable.
So thank you, sir, for your detailed suggestions because the innovations of today are the solutions for tomorrow. And by fostering a culture of collaboration, we pave the way for a brighter and greener future. So my next question is, how can individuals and communities actively participate in promoting sustainable energy practices? Additionally, what do you think about existing governmental policies that can promote energy conservation on a larger scale?
Yeah, it's also again a good question. Of course, as I said before, it's not you and me just talking about energy conservation and talking about or thinking about sustainable energy technologies. It's everyone responsibility to think and act. If you think or if you look into current scenario, so most of our energy is coming from fossil fuel. 85% of energy is coming from fossil fuels, and that contribute to more than 75% of greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. But still, there are some community, like almost 760 million people, they don't have access to the energy, and 2.6 billion people are just using the biomass as their energy source. So there are a lot of people they don't have access, but we have a luxury or benefit of having a continuous uninterrupted energy supply. But it doesn't mean that we should be spending all this energy that is made available for us. So we have to think and act wisely. As you introduced in the first question, like, of course we need to think whether the turning off the lights when you are not in the particular area or in a room or in a hall is a one simple energy conservation method that easy to adapt, that will save a lot of energy, that will be helpful for people who don't have access to energy. So providing energy, same like uh, access to drinking water, access to energy is really important in this 20th 21st century. So we have to be responsible. One example, as we told, like turning off the lights from, that's going to save a lot of energy. So likewise there are a lot of examples, and also you can think of uh, energy efficient bulbs, energy efficient windows. In United States, the government provides subsidies for the houses to change their window screens, that's more energy efficient window screens, so that um, the energy used in house will be reduced 25% because of the energy efficient windows. So they will protect the exchange of cold air from the indoor to outdoor. So in that way, they save a lot of energy, and there are a lot of subsidies on that. So we could think of such initiatives and implement in all grassroots levels to reduce the consumption and improve the energy conservation efficiency. And policy is definitely going to help. As I said before, different countries have a different policies, so it's a region specific, maybe even not just country specific, even the community specific. So we need to see what kind of policies that could be adapted for specific region or for specific community needs to be clearly defined and implemented. And I know that in India also there are a lot of energy conservation initiatives are taken already, and um, I hope there will be a lot of new policies and going to be implemented very soon. So I can see that there will be definitely a change that's going to happen in next 5 years from now. So definitely we can able to achieve what is the set target, even though we are lacking behind right now. But by implementing these simple solutions and government policies are going to definitely help to achieve what we agreed in Paris in 2015.
So thank you so much, sir, for giving your opinion and the suggestions. So we will take up a few more questions from our audience. But before that, I would like to ask my last question. Are there emerging trends or developments that you believe will shape the trajectory of energy conservation in the coming years?
Yes, as I said before, definitely there is a lot of projections, and also if you look at the global renewable energy document that was prepared by International Renewable Energy Agency, published in 2018, talks about different country specific trajectory or projections of how it's going to be changed from fossil fuel to renewable energy. If you take into India, by 2050, it'll be more than 40% we going to use renewable energy. So that's the trajectory. Um, China is also like 40 to 30 to 40%, but India is going to be like more, is going to be leading the renewable energy utilization uh, path than fossil fuel path. So that's a good sign. So likewise, that report talks about different country specific and different industrial sector specific use of energy, renewable energy. So that's a good report. And if if anyone is interested, I'm happy to share, or you can download it from Google. It's available. It's free access. So yeah, I can definitely see a very good trajectory on the renewable energy projects and also the energy conservation topics around the world.
So I'm going to take few questions in the chat box. So Bhavya has asked, are there any notable examples of countries effectively transitioning to sustainable energy sources?
Yeah, of course. Europe is a pioneering in this. So you, if you go to Europe, a lot of their energy sources are renewable energy sources, and especially Germany is like using anaerobic digesters. For most of their renewable energy comes from anaerobic digesters. So Europe is an best example that use renewable energy sources for their to meet their energy demand. So we should take some good lessons from European countries.
Okay. So moving to next question from Arknath. Are there any traditional sustainable practices for energy conservation that could be incorporated on a larger scale?
Yeah, as I said before, it's going to be like region specific. Why I'm saying is this because, especially a country like India, we do have a diverse culture, diverse people, and um, the conservation method that we use in Tamil Nadu can't be used in Rajasthan or Gujarat. So each people have their own way or traditional way of conserving their energy. So it is because of the energy or energy supply or energy demand, or it is also related to the as I said before, socioeconomic conditions, and also related to to the culture, and as well as to the access to the energy, available energy. So it is region specific. We can't generalize all the conservation technology from one region to be adapted in another. So it needs to be assessed and implemented based on the particular region and community, and based on the socioeconomic conditions. That's my comment on
Okay,
this.
there is a similar question about India. Like already we are working on bioethanol projects. So what are your suggestions over it?
No, it's a very good renewable energy projects that definitely we have to expand it. um, so wherever the biomass is available. So the one of the major drawback with these kind of bio-based technologies um, are failed because of the raw material availability. So most of the projects is good, but we have to make sure that continuous supply of biomass is available for bioethanol production or biofuel production. So that's one of the things which we have to take into consideration if we wanted to apply widespread in India.
Okay. So my next question is from Pratiksha Chalke. Like, what role do you see emerging technology will be playing in the future of sustainable energy? I think we have taken it. So just give a brief about it.
So what role means, like, definitely it is going to be taking said before, 40 to 50% of the future energy sources are going to coming from the renewable energy sources or the methods. So I know that the solar energy is one of the easiest and not easiest, but it is already implemented in India, and wind energy, especially in Tamil Nadu, few places we have wind energy plants. So it's going to be more and more coming in future for sure. And I know that there are a lot of initiatives are taken on harvesting the wind energy on the coastal region around on the um, on the Indian oceans, and so I'm sure there will be a lot more coming in on wind and solar energy uh, for next few years in India.
So there is a question from Arnab Ghosh. Like, what are the key challenges in implementing and enforcing regulations to promote sustainable energy?
Uh, Key. So I can see that now the people are more aware of green energy technologies, and they wanted to support it. So it will be easy to implement the policies. So bringing the policies is not a big deal, but implementation at ground root level is going to be challenging, and it required a number of people and support from the NGOs and uh, organizations like Sustain Green, so that promoting the policies and educating the people and translating the informations to general public and also to the kids and at school level really gonna help us to um, take a better stand on this. Yeah, that's how we have to approach this problem. Like, the policies, bringing a policy is easy, but translating that policy and implementing that policy require a lot of groundwork.
Thank you so much, sir. And I hope we are just circulating the knowledge through our channel where people will think about it and try to implement these conservation energy conservation measures in their daily life. So moving to next question, which is from Suchitra. Like, what are the recent advancements in sustainable energy that excites you the most?
Right now, everyone is focusing on hydrogen energy. So even in United States, the government is funding and bringing policies and creating a hydrogen hubs in different locations like northeast, southwest, something like that. So there are 5, 6 hydrogen hubs are created, and also I know that Europe also moving towards hydrogen energy, and I know that recently Indian government also announced a lot of funding and support on developing hydrogen energy technologies. So the reason why the world is moving toward hydrogen economy is that um, it's a clean fuel. When you burn it, you're going to get water. But only the challenge which the world is facing right now with implementing or bringing this technology to the market is the storage of hydrogen is challenging. It's highly explosive uh, or flammable. So storage and transport of hydrogen is what uh, makes this technology a little bit considered as risky. But I know that there are a lot of people involved or doing research on converting hydrogen as liquid or solid, or trapping into something, or converting as the ancient method was converting hydrogen into ammonia and then transport, and then again get the hydrogen. But there are a few other new advancements are happening on energy, hydrogen storage and transport. So I think in next few years there will be a lot of new technologies will be coming on energy storage, especially hydrogen storage and transport. And definitely you can see clear trend of hydrogen energy and hydrogen economy in next few years from now.
Absolutely, sir. I agree with you. And there is an interesting question from Pushpa Mishra. She is asking that recently I saw a video in which one building was covered with the different plants. So, what do you think it is sustainable?
Oh yeah, the green buildings again are the concepts that are developed to protect or conserve the energy. So the conservation of energy is again a different challenge that number of people are addressing. So the renewable energy is a different area. Like as I said, it's like a two sides of the coin. So both has to be worked out. And in Europe, there are a lot of buildings. They grow roof gardens, like rooftop gardens, and some of the buildings are covered with algal walls. And even on the streets, they do have CO2 sequestration system that also illuminate in the night, like a lights. So automated illuminative systems. So there are a lot of new things are coming up in terms of green energy technologies, and also in terms of reducing the greenhouse gas emissions and energy conservation aspects. So as I said before, in US, they promote a lot of energy conservation initiative, including the windows, the energy efficient windows. So this is again part of energy conservation efficiency. So something like this, like different initiatives are taken in different parts of the world, and definitely the green buildings with covered greeneries are one of the energy conservation approaches that definitely um, we should consider.
So, I hope you have answered our next question already by Arundeep Chatterjee. That, sir, according to you, how do you envision the future of future landscape of energy production and consumption globally? So, moving to next question from Purnima Chakravarti. Can you share a personal experience or professional experience that has inspired your commitments to energy conservation?
So yeah, as I said, so when I grown up in a small town where access to the energy was not that challenging when I was a kid, but still at least 6 to 7 hours we will not be having energy supply when we were young. But now the things are different. But I'm just talking like 20, 30 years before. Uh, definitely that made me to think uh, why this is happening, and how how the developed nations are having better infrastructures and continuous energy supply and water supply. Why not we we can have it? So, and also as I said, my professors inspired me in all the way, like, okay, so I should do research, I should bring some new technology or to the market that uh, support the people who are having no access to energy. All this made me to work on the energy, sustainable energy topics for almost last 15 to 20 years. And also, in addition, I worked on greenhouse gas emission reduction topics. So
Good to know, sir, about. I hope Purnima has got the answer. Now, moving to next question from Sudeshna. Good morning, sir. Are there any successful community-based initiatives or projects that you find particularly inspiring?
as I said, like I really like the European model of sustainable energy projects, developing sustain or implementing and sustainable energy technologies. Not just only they talk about sustainable energy in books, or they really try to implement it. And one of the community-based project that I really love is the anaerobic digesters in Germany, all over Germany. So that's really amazing. Like most of the energy coming from anaerobic digesters of digesting the waste. There is no landfills. Even if there is a landfill, there is no food waste or organic waste go into there. So these kind of projects really inspire me all the time.
Thank you for the answer. Likewise, one similar question has come from Amarnath. Are there examples of successful cross-sectoral partnership or initiatives that made a significant impact?
Again, I have to take example of Europe, and European Commission or European Unions develop a cross-border partnerships or initiatives to support renewable energy projects. So, um, as I said before, they are the leaders of renewable energy technologies, and they know what is good for the community and society and for the world. So simply we can follow their footsteps. Um, but one good thing is like anaerobic digestion is not new to us, because the first anaerobic plant was uh, found in Mumbai, to
Yes.
be, and then the people from Europe, they picked it and they implemented all over. So we still have to. I mean, even though we feel proud, but we didn't take it forward or that initiatives. So uh, so we have our solution, we have our technology, but we have to promote it.
Yes, sir. I completely agree. Indians are shining throughout the world and giving their best in technological advancement. So I have taken up all the questions in the chat box, and I'm really thankful to my audience for keeping this session engaging. And I am hopeful that you all have uh, find the solutions and would like to work and implement the things on your daily lives where you can conserve the energy. So we will be concluding this session with a thoughtful note. Let World Energy Conservation Day to be a catalyst for action. Let us inspire us to think globally, act locally, and embrace the transformative power of conservation. Together, let us embark on a journey towards a sustainable and harmonious coexistence with our planet, where energy is conserved, resources are cherished, and legacy will leave behind one of our responsible stewardship. So, thank you so much, sir, for your time and deliberations. Also, I'm thankful for our audience for joining this session and asking very informative and insightful questions. And I'm thankful to you for the motivation and love for subscribing our channel. So thank you so much. Please stay tuned for our upcoming live session. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.